Hi, good afternoon. I hope I'm audible. My name is Mandar Natekar. I'm the co-founder of NeuralGarage. We are a tech startup based in Bangalore. We are building core technology using our own original research, building our own models, and including the entire IP of the tech. This is probably one of the few instances where core technology is being built in this exciting domain from India. Um, Before we get on to what we built and why we built, I want to kind of set up a little preamble because this will allow us to appreciate the inflection points that led up to this technology. Um, it's recent past. One doesn't believe that it's been already 4 years. But once upon a time on Earth, there was COVID, and billions of people sat at home, literally doing nothing. And with all the panic that had set in, there was one thing that kind of helped us bide those times was availability of free entertainment in our homes thanks to streaming platforms. And this was the time when all the streaming pipes brought in content like Money Heist, Squid Games into our homes, dubbed in hundreds of languages and made accessible to us. Just to give you a point of note, Money Heist and Squid Games, which became very popular, were already available in their respective countries for a long time, and they were not hits. They were not the cult hits as we know. But this was the time when language content started to become mass, and this led us to an inflection point in the business of distributed entertainment. With millions of pipes streaming hours of content into our homes, there was an insatiable demand for content, but at the same time, the content creation industry couldn't keep up with it. And this is what led to content being dubbed in multiple languages and streamed across the world through many streaming platforms. And come today, we now know that localization of content is pretty much the common factor, and localization of content has now become the currency of commerce for the entire entertainment industry. Um, in a way, localization made content truly global. Just to give you a few data points, Mission Impossible, which released last year, got dubbed in 36 languages globally. Between Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV, and some of the larger entertainment and streaming platforms, they serve more than 100,000 hours of content across the world, dubbed in as many as 125 languages. I mean, that's a surprising point, but that's a fact. And globally in India, we now know that content, when dubbed in multiple languages, sometimes becomes far more popular than the language itself. And um, what led us to that? I mean, if you just go back to the 90s or the early 80s, subtitling broke the first language barrier. So, having subtitles on content helped us understand it even though we didn't understand the language. But what happens when you read subtitles, you lose expression. 90s was the advent of dubbing, and that really became popular right through the 2000s and leading up to recent times. But what happens is when you watch a dubbed show, the relatability issue happens because what you hear and what you see is not in sync. But these are basically the two barriers that got broken. The third and the last barrier to what we call as a last mile of content connectivity is this what if question. Imagine if you're watching a Korean film but in English audio. What if the actors on screen visually could also look like they're speaking in English or in Tamil or in Telugu or in Spanish? And this really is something that brings us to this very interesting point. Content has been subtitled, content has been dubbed, and this raises something which we have identified as visual discord in dubbed content. Parasite was one of the largest Korean hits. Imagine watching Parasite, but with the actors visually looking as if they're speaking in the language of your choice. Imagine watching Money Heist. If you're watching it in Hindi, imagine the professor looking like he's speaking in Hindi. And let us look at Rajni sir's movie Jailer that got released in multiple languages. It was a massive hit in Japan. Imagine him looking like he's speaking Japanese. That really elevates the entire content experience and makes content truly relatable and authentic for any viewer. But our story for Visual Dub starts somewhere in the end of 2020. Anjan, who's one of our co-founders, he loves to watch Korean content. And that is when he's also an expert along with my co-founders in deep tech, computer vision and machine learning. They've built a facial recognition company before. So when this problem became amplified, the team felt, what if we could solve this through technology? What if we could make audio and visual cues in sync? What if content in dubbed content look really authentic and real?
आपने क्या सोचा मैं आपको भूल गया? मेरे ख्याल से आप यही चाहते थे.
Ne cachez pas une minute à pleurer, Mademoiselle Barnes. Les chatons deviennent forcément des chats.
Sie scheinen immer so harmlos zu anfangen. Winzig und ruhig, schlabbern ihr Tellerchen Milch. Aber sind ihre Krallen lang und scharf geworden, dann fließt Blut.
A volte è la stessa mano che li nutre. Quelli che sono al vertice della catena alimentare non possono avere nessuna pietà.
Solo hay una norma: cazar o permitir que te cacen.
Welcome back.
Now this was a scene from the very popular show House of Cards, which has been originally shot in English. One saw how when it was visual dubbed in multiple languages, the content looked very native and authentic and real. I do hope that the video played out without any lag. Did it? Okay. So, sorry for the issues here, but you can meet us at our stall and you can appreciate the video as it plays out. What is important when you transform visuals is that it does not lose visual integrity with the original scene and creativity. Visual Dub delivers studio quality lip sync. That means whether your content goes on the big screen or on television screens or on mobile phones, resolution holds, sync holds, and importantly, visual integrity is maintained across the screens. It is more than just lip sync. When we speak, not only our lips, but our mouth, our chin, our cheeks, our lower jaw, the upper part of our neck, including smile lines, all of them move and make certain very, very significant movements. And it is important that when you transform these images or scenes through generative AI, they don't lose the original creative factor. And that is what is important, and our technology preserves that. It has been tested on 35 plus languages. Because it works with sound as a controller, every language pretty much becomes par for the course, because language eventually is a collection of sounds, and this technology delivers across all languages which are available right now, or if any new language comes tomorrow, that's not a challenge either. Technology like this pretty much has a very, very obvious use case scenario. We are building significantly for films, for OTT shows, for advertising. And we also believe that across the broadcast industry, which syndicates hundreds of thousands of hours of content across markets, and in a certain way, edutech. These could be 5 more very important pillars of use cases for us. Can this be played? It's not playing. Can you?
I should have come aboard. Good.
आपने क्या सोचा मैं आपको भूल गया? मेरे ख्याल से आप यही चाहते थे।
Why are you here?
अगर तू घपला करेगा और मैं हार जाऊंगा ना तो तुझे गाड़ दूंगा। हा?
इन दोनों में से कौन सा रंग लेना चाहेंगे?
आज मेरा दिन बहुत ही खराब है। अगर तू घपला करेगा और मैं हार जाऊंगा ना तो तुझे गाड़ दूंगा। हा?
इन दोनों में से कौन सा रंग लेना चाहेंगे?
मुझे लगा आपका दिमाग 0 डिग्री पे है।
क्या ये जोक ज्योमेट्री पे था?
बिल्कुल, तभी तो मैंने आंख मारी।
वाहियात जोक था। नहीं, अच्छा था।
If you hadn't gunned down every syndicate agent they sent you to find, I wouldn't be here.
अगर तुम हर सिंडिकेट एजेंट को मारते नहीं जिन्हें ढूंढने का जिम्मा तुम्हें सौंपा गया था, तो मैं भी यहाँ नहीं होता।
कटप्पा! इनके कपट से महिष्मति मैली हो गई। रक्त से नहला दो।
वो डॉल मोमेंट को सेंस कर लेती है। अगर किसी के पीछे छुप जाओगे तो बच सकते हो।
कॉलेज लाइफ में सब यही तो जानना चाहते हैं कि कौन किसके साथ है कौन नहीं। यही जानने के लिए स्टूडेंट्स हर वो मुमकिन कोशिश करते हैं जिनसे उन्हें पता चल जाए, और यही सब जानने के लिए द फेसबुक उनकी बहुत मदद करेगा।
If I could pause, because who is that guy?
We as a founding team, we have a deep background in the business of entertainment and facial recognition, and that pretty much has allowed us to build out this technology from India for a global footprint. And like I mentioned before, it's all our own research and own IP, so that very rarely you'll have startups who are building core AI technology, and this is one such case. If there are any questions, happy to take them. Otherwise, we are right outside, so come and visit us on a stall, and happy to show you more of our work. Thank you very much.
For more content on tech and leadership, subscribe to Nasscom YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.